Hello everyone, how's it going? It is Tyrnor as always, and I'm here to bring you another look and reaction and whatever else to the newest and maybe last Afterlives Shadowlands video, which is Revendreth. And this was probably the one I was looking most forward to because of that little teaser shot that features a certain orcish character, and I hope he's in it. I hope. I'm really curious to see what's in this one. Revendreth is probably the Shadowlands zone I know the least about in terms of beta spoilers, so I may be really confused. I also noticed that this is only 4 minutes long, so that's a bit of a bad sign considering the track record, but whatever. I hope I'll wrong. I'll be wrong, and maybe this will be my favorite. Who knows? Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Is it you know who? That scream does sound familiar. Okay, so it seems like it. Oh, what a tone change.
To the good people of Revendreth. It is with optimism that I address you today. Though these are challenging times. Firstly, I assure you that our holy mission to help the most violent and wicked souls atone for their sins is and always will be our utmost priority. Our rituals are effective. Our judgment keen but fair. We, Venthyr, remain committed to bringing eventual redemption to all who desire it. It is through your faithful work that even the most evil and prideful beings may ultimately be spared an eternity in the maw. Unfortunately, of late, the flow of such hubris-ridden souls has virtually ceased. And as a result, anima, our most precious resource, is in dwindling supply. Even we, the faithful who extract the anima, have not been spared the effects of this mysterious drought. Yes, we still have our old reliables, our workhorses. I fear they will not be enough. We are doing everything in our power to gather more anima. But, simply put, we must all, rich and poor alike, make sacrifices for the greater good. Therefore, I have decided to implement a strategy of conservation and rationing, which should keep the anima flowing to those most in need. In this manner, we will keep our people strong and our land healthy, despite the efforts of those who would use this crisis to further their own ends and rebel against the rightful structures of our society. Rest assured, we shall bring these miscreants to justice. With fairness and mercy, of course. I am, after all, nothing if not compassionate. My loyal subjects, we are doing all that can be done to stimulate anima production and fulfill Revendreth's honorable purpose. Remain devout and resolute, and know that I will lead us all into a brighter future.
Well, that was an odd one. I was expecting a character piece. I mean, even the Mount Draxus one was more of a character piece than this one, and instead we got I'm not saying this is bad, but instead we got for pretty much kind of like a Hearthstone trailer, a very light heart, making death and torturing souls seem very, very light-hearted, with a sort of gothic fantasy vampire thingy. That's why I laughed out loud when he called Garrosh one of their old reliables, since I imagine pretty much everyone was expecting, oh, some kind of deeper look into Revendreth, or into the characters of some of the inmates there, I suppose, for lack of a better term, like Garrosh. And instead we got told, yeah, Garrosh is an old and reliable source of anima, because yeah, that's why I laughed out loud at that part. It was just a bit of Schadenfreude, I guess, how expectations were so dashed and yet in such an unexpected manner. Wow, so this was definitely the oddest one out of the group. What can I even say? Uh, yeah, I was expecting something. Well, I guess to be fair, out of all the Afterlives videos, I think this does the best job of explaining to someone who is new to the story of what Revendreth is. It explains quite clearly. Oh, this is purgatory, basically a very gothic vampire purgatory, where souls get drained of all their bad stuff, and they instead are not sent to hell, aka the Maw. So it does a good job in that regard, but otherwise it was very, for me, comedic, again because of the Schadenfreude stuff, but otherwise it was very, very odd. It it really did seem like more of a Hearthstone announcement trailer with all of the silliness that's in Hearthstone than a World of Warcraft animated short. But again, I'm not saying this it's bad necessarily, just that it was very, very odd and unusual, and it completely defied my expectations. I'm not sure if in a good way or in a bad way. Oh, and also I would be remiss if I didn't mention that near the end there's this bloke who gets pushed into the light and he disintegrates. I mentioned it because there were some people who were speculating that, oh, Garrosh is also going to get pushed into the light and he's also going to disintegrate. So yeah, this was definitely the oddest one. Again, felt more like a Hearthstone short. Not that Hearthstone shorts are bad, but rather that the tone is entirely different than what I expected. Does this dampen my enthusiasm for the Revendreth storyline? Not necessarily. It didn't do a good job of intriguing me, but it also didn't push me away like, say, the Maldraxxus one did. What else can I say? I hope there'll also be a surprise Afterlives video about them all, like they did with Warlords of Draenor with Marat, but I'm not really holding out hope because these things are expensive, obviously. Yeah, other than that, not much more I think I can say about this. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Tyranor, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Farewell.